Ladies and gentlemen, here I am standing. It is almost Indy 500 time. I am lucky enough to be standing here next to Stefan Wilson, who is one of the drivers. I'm looking forward to finding out more about you and how this became a passion of yours. But we are on the track practically, only steps away. And Stefan, tell everybody exactly what your passion is and how that started for you.
Yeah, so really racing has been all my life. You know, since I was 9 years old, I've been at a go-kart track, logging laps, and really it started through my father who raced back in the 60s and 70s in Formula Ford and in the UK. And when he stopped racing, you know, when we were growing up as kids, he passed that passion on to myself and my older brother, who was 11 years older than me. And for me, I just followed him around every racetrack we went to. I was like his annoying little shadow. So you know, that's where, you know, that growing up, it was always a big part of our lives. And you know, it really sort of turned from a hobby into our careers. And I followed Justin over here to the States, where he was racing an Indy car, and my dreams was to race here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
How do you feel being here?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is the first day I've been down to the garage area and seen all the KV racing technology set up here at the garage, and seeing my name on the outside, on the name on the garage outside is it kind of makes it all real, and suddenly like, wow, we're a few days away from actually logging laps here at 220 miles an hour.
That's exciting too, 220 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You know, I interview people in order to inspire other people to live their passions. And for you to connect to the idea that for the first time you saw your name today and how that made you feel, I know there's other people saying, you know, I want to get out there and I want to do something that I love. And they could have been doing it as long as you have, you know, but they don't take it to the next level. What do you think encouraged you to take it to the next level, and what did you have to get past to do that?
Really, you know, it just takes a lot of determination. You know, I've been through a lot over the past several years. You know, things didn't quite line up, and you know, in the racing industry, obviously every year is important. You want to be on track, you want to improve your position, you want to improve your situation. And for a few years, I was on the sidelines and sort of, I guess what you would call undrafted, just trying to find the right trying to find an opportunity to get back in a car. And it was very easy at that point. It would have been really easy for me to give up on that, those ambitions, on that dream, and just kept trying. I just never gave up, and that's something that was one of Justin's favorite quotes. Just never give up.
And tell everybody what happened with Justin.
Yeah, last August in another 500-mile race at Pocono, I lost Justin in a racing accident when he was struck by a piece of debris from a crash in front of him. So it was obviously a really difficult time for me and the rest of Justin's family and his wife and his kids. And you know, it was at that point, you know, sort of my career could have gone two ways. I could have said, you know what, this is too dangerous for me. I'm not. It's not for me. You know, and that wasn't even a thought for me. This was what made Justin who he was. It was a big part of his life, and it's what makes me who I am as well. So I'm not going to shy away from it. And you know, this is something I'm really passionate about. I'm excited and very fortunate to be able to do it.
What do you think you've learned about yourself through that?
That's a really tough question. I think it's sort of made me maybe more determined. You know, when we lost Justin, it gave me something to focus on, and really, I thought I was working hard before, and over those last 8 months to get into the Indy 500, I've just worked even harder than I even imagined. So yeah, just you learn a little bit about yourself in those times, and you know, just very fortunate to be here and thankful for the partners that we have involved with the program. You know, we're actually honoring Justin with our campaign, Driven to Save Lives. Justin was actually an organ donor, registered organ donor, which I wasn't aware of at the time, and what he was able to do, you know, off the track. In that incident, he was able to save 5 lives with his selfless gift of life. So we're able to honor that with our program at Indy this year, and we're trying to get 2,500 new registered donors.
And I know you had planned to achieve this goal together with your brother to come to Indy, right?
Yeah, it was always a dream to race against him here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway at the Indy 500. And we got to race against each other in IndyCar once in 2013 at the Baltimore GP.
Listen, I have 4 siblings, so I need to know who took the win.
Oh, Justin, of course. You know, he was a pretty incredible driver and incredible teammate as well. So we had a really good competitive relationship where we enjoyed beating each other and we enjoyed seeing each other beat ourselves. You know, we just enjoyed seeing each other do well. So we had a great relationship, and getting to be his teammate for one race, I knew how good a driver he was already, but being his teammate, I got to see just how incredible he was.
So if somebody wants to start to be a race car driver, what can they envision for themselves? What do they have to see?
It's a lot of hard work. the time that you spend on the track, that's the fun part, and it's dwarfed by the amount of time that is spent away from the track, either in the gym or in meetings. You know, you have to have the right financial support behind you, unfortunately, and that's a big part of the sport, and that really takes up a lot of your time, just trying to get the support to be on track.
Where would somebody explore that support? Where do you find it?
Well, I think really you've got to establish yourself as a driver, and you know that comes from, you know, going to the local go-kart track. I mean, that's where I started. That's where Justin started. It's where 90% of the drivers here today started. So getting out and getting to the go-kart track, and just start by enjoying what you're doing, and really focus on treating it as like a hobby. And then if you show some talent and you get good, then that's when it starts to progress to more than a hobby.
And that sounds like the execution of the plan is to get out there, get on that go-kart track,
Yeah.
and give it a shot.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank you so much for meeting with us today. It means so much to us. You know, we're on a 50-state tour. We're logging some miles too over here. I'm trying to stay within, you know, the speed limit and all that good stuff. But I want to tell everybody that if you want to see a really personable, awesome, funny, sweet Facebook page, you need to go to Stefan Wilson's Facebook page. I'm a fan.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, well, hopefully you enjoy the tour, and if you have chance, visit driventosavelives.org and check out our campaign, and cheer for the number 25 on May 29th.
Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
And I talk to you, 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 and we love, and we hate, and we demonstrate. We try to relate. This is my breakthrough. Whoa. Said now, this my breakthrough. Whoa. Oh man, this my breakthrough. Whoa.